Hello and welcome back to another episode of Coast Football Weekly. This week's guest is from Sideline Thrills. Welcome to the podcast, Mason Lunney.
Thanks for having me.
People have seen you've been on our social media all year this year, a new video segment that we call Around the Park. How have you found it going around to our local grounds and filming our local games?
It's actually been really fun. Obviously being in the Premier League set up for a while, it's something different. It's good to watch different teams that I probably wouldn't have played against or to go to grounds that I probably haven't played for years. Mm-hmm. And it seems to be getting good amount of traction. Boys are coming up to say hello and it's fun.
Yeah. When you first started talking to Alex about the whole concept of the thing, did you think it would turn into what it is now? What were your expectations?
My expectations, to be honest, weren't much.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to die off straight away. I thought it was going to get bored, or it wasn't going to do as well as it is.
3 weeks in, see you later.
Yeah, 100%. But no, it's been fun. Some games have pushed the limit. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, but it's good to watch derbies that I wouldn't play in because it's a Peninsula derby or it's a Northern derby.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't play in those games.
Yeah, so, just experience the different atmospheres
and not to get caught up in it and have no emotion to it.
Yeah.
Just to watch football.
Yeah, as a spectator.
That's the best part of it. So.
Yeah. What a way to start. First episode of the year. East Gosford were coming off a big win with their new team, first grade football back at the club, your local club, East Gosford.
Yep.
Down at Hilton Moor, but I mean, as a former Rem yourself, it probably wasn't the result you were expecting, a 6-1 defeat for the East Gosford against Avoca. But talk us through that. Like, how was it doing your first game?
It was great. It was a bit frustrating. Obviously, should have been there the week before with Mick Andrews' bomb that he scored against Dorley.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the result that they wanted, but got to give it the credit to Avoca.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, good to be back at the club to way to start the series.
Yeah.
And capture some good goals too. And yeah, not the result that I wanted, but that's football. Football's the best part.
Has your sort of perspective changed of local football at all? I mean, used to being at one club, now going to different local grounds. Has it changed your opinion on much around the coast?
100%.
Yeah.
I think people don't realise that there is some good footballers in the lower divisions
mm-hmm.
at teams that you don't expect to do well. I think what we have here on the coast is really good.
Yeah.
And most boys can compete.
Mm-hmm.
At a high level if they really want to, but they want to stay on the coast. They want to be close to home. Football.
Such a coast mentality that
100%.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. Like
mm-hmm.
it's good to be home.
As you start to do more and more episodes, and you sort of gain traction, obviously on CCF, were you going to grounds and people were sort of noticing you? And were there any clubs that stand out as making you feel most welcome?
Definitely got attraction, and even outside of not going to be in CCF gear, I was in regular gear.
Yeah.
And boys are going, hey, you're that guy.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good. Look, to be honest with you, most clubs have been nice. They've been good. They've given me the reception. They've asked if I need anything. Looked after me with whatever it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Content. The first one I recognised was Budgewoi.
Yep.
Apo come up to me and took me into the Leagues Club and showed me stuff that I've never seen before as a player and took me inside and said, film this, or can I get you anything? Can I do this?
Yeah, there's a bit of history up in that club. So
100%. Yeah. And like there's a wall that I captured
mm-hmm.
inside and I've never seen it before. I've played many times up in Budgewoi, never walked in.
Yeah, it's good. I've seen that wall. It's good to have that history, right? And right next to your home ground. I mean, they're fortunate in a sense that they do have their club, so people can enjoy beers and watch some footy. It's probably one of the best setups on the coast.
Yeah, no. Budgewoi, if you're listening, get me there.
When you look at all the grounds you have covered from this year, is there one that sort of stands out as your favourite?
In regards to games, there's been two good standouts.
Mm-hmm.
Budgewoi v Camel for their Budge's Old Boy Day.
Yep.
That was really good and actually did really well on social media too.
Yeah.
The Peninsula Derby for the first time in 9 years or what it was.
Yeah.
You might have back in the Premier League with Chris Payne and those boys getting back and winning. They're my two standout games for those.
Yeah.
In regards to in the men's, the women's, there was the Camel v Killarney. Killarney getting the job done, which they did.
As they do.
Dominant.
Yeah.
But Camel surprised me. They did well. They frustrated Killarney, and it could tell. But it was all good banter. Like it was great, and that's probably the standouts.
Yeah, that Peninsula derby. I mean, looking back on that, when you might have scored that goal late, just the sideline going crazy. It's like
it was scary. Like
Yeah,
it was a good scary.
yeah,
But the boys went nuts.
Yeah.
It was good to see.
yeah. I mean, what a win for Umina too. Just when they just got promoted, only a few rounds in to sort of reinstate that. Yeah, we're here and we're here to
We're
stay.
here to compete.
Yeah,
We're not here to be rolled over. It's here to compete.
yeah.
So.
Has there been any local grounds that have surprised you?
Oh, surprise. Look, to be fair, I think everybody, Avoca is surprising people this year with how well they're doing. Umina was a surprise when I went down to watch them against the Entrance. Just the setup was different. I have been there for years.
Yep.
Tough one. Look, no one's really surprised me.
Yeah.
But it's just good to revisit these pitches that I haven't been to for years, and to see what the setup's like and how well they're doing.
Do you have a favourite goal you've captured over the course of the episodes?
In regards to celebrations, nothing beats that Chris Payne equaliser. Equaliser. The goal, the celebrations off the pitch. That's got to win it for me so far.
When you're capturing these games, how much of the recordings are you using, and how much of it goes and gets discarded?
Look, to be funny, like I capture a lot.
Yeah.
I discard a lot because it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
The goal doesn't happen, or
you're just anticipating something.
But I filled up my phone memory many times
Yeah.
filming. But no, I use most of it, and I want to use most of it, and I want it to be raw. I don't want it to be fake, and if someone messes up, and that's part of football.
As pure as possible.
Like I'm not showing off just the good stuff. I'm showing off the bad stuff, but it's all good stuff.
Well, it's not just local ground you do. You do a lot within the space and on your page.
Yep.
When did your love of football really start? Was it from a very young age?
Yeah. So I played football since I was the age of 5.
Yep.
And loved it ever since. Having not much of a football background, been hard to grow into it, and it's only really grown the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Through mates around us and connections I've made through football.
Yeah.
But the diehard football has started to capture the last 5 years.
Yeah. Starting to really take over.
It's becoming scary.
Yeah. Where was your first club at 5 years old?
East Gosford.
It was East Gosford.
I've played East Gosford for I think it was 16 years.
Yep.
I've had a couple stints in Newcastle, but only ever played for East Gosford.
What are some of your earliest memories from football?
Earliest memories is playing with mates, obviously at the age of 6, being coached by my old man.
Yeah.
And my best mate at the time, his old man at the same. He went on to do wonders and played for Melbourne City in the academy and Victory. And
wow.
But yeah, no, I remember a lot.
Did you have much success at a young age?
Look, don't think so, but we had fun. That was the success we had.
Yeah.
In later years, in the 15s, the 14s, I did pretty well. Winning grand finals and pen shootouts, and being a keeper myself, I saved a couple of pens, which was fun. Well,
we have a mutual friend, and I was getting chatting to him today about some stories I could bring up, and he said to talk about your early grade debuts or your season, and one in particular at the Entrance or against the Entrance at Hilton Mall. I think I was playing at the Entrance that time, and we were looking to get relegated. We sort of did what teams did back in the day and sort of stack. And you sort of mentioned Joshy Swadlin, who's still going around to this day and leading Golden Boot. You had quite a tough time against him or something like that.
Yeah, he did wonders that day. He was coming back from an injury, and he ended up playing all 3 grades. I remember he come off the bench for Resi, he's come off the bench for first grade, and he did some damage. It hurt my momentum in football, but I actually haven't spoken to him. I've spoken to Joshy multiple times. I haven't brought it up. I don't want to, but maybe let's hope he might see this and maybe apologise.
Any other core memories from entering sort of the grade system?
Well, I remember my debut pretty good. It was against Camel Easter Monday. It was 2017.
Yeah.
We ended up winning 2-1. It was a good debut.
Yeah.
I got the late call up doing the preseason with grade, and just got the call up because someone got injured. But Yeah, no, I loved playing grade. It's good, and for my childhood club, that's what you want to do.
This mutual friend also mentioned a story about karaoke at Redcliffe Tavern. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, look, that was a few better bridges. It was last year we went to. This year we went to Redcliffe away.
Yeah.
We won, so it was drinks on drinks on drinks, and got roped into karaoke, and yeah, let's just say my voice will not be getting a scholarship for singing.
What song, if you don't mind saying?
What was the song?
Can't remember.
I can't remember.
No.
I'll have to do some investigating. I can't remember.
Right, we can park it there.
Yeah.
Going back more into your childhood, were you heavily invested in like overseas football at that age? Did you have a favourite team or favourite players growing up?
No. As I said, didn't have a football background.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch much European football at all. Obviously watched the Mariners. That was my team.
Yep.
Didn't really get into European football until the late, maybe 16, 15 sort of thing. Through good mates, gave me the idea of, there's actually more football outside of Australia.
Yeah.
So I do support Man City.
Man City, yeah.
Does get a bit of criticism for the bandwagon, and that's
I'm an Arsenal fan, and we had a good win against you this morning. So
that was a hard watch this morning. I fell asleep, and thank God I fell asleep.
Could be a bit of a turning period for Man City, with Pep going and whatnot. Could be an interesting year.
Yeah, I think this year is a write-off. As bad as it sounds, and as much money we'll spend, I think this year is just it happens sort of thing. So Arsenal looking good, which I hate to say.
Well, yeah. It's a good time to be a Gunners supporter. So.
Yeah.
So, hopefully more success comes our way. For Sideline Thrills itself, where did the idea of that sort of start, and how did even the name come about?
Yeah, look, it was a couple of mates, good mates, mutual friend. We finished
shout
up
out Dean Payne.
Yeah, shout out Dill Payne. And we were leaving Magic Unite round at Allianz against the Jets. And we obviously had been heavily invested in football.
Mm-hmm.
And we just thought about starting a page and just sharing photos of the grounds we've been to and showing off that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And that didn't really go too far. That was just the fun of it. And then I just went, no, let's take this further, and took it upon myself, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And watching NPL and Dean, we go everywhere with NPL and made some connections in the space, and taken me to work with some cool clubs. And the name, I think it's a ChatGPT special.
Okay,
I think that's what we did. We had a couple of ideas, but it was just like, nah. And then this one just popped up, and we all just went, whatever, this works.
Thanks, AI.
100%. The crazy world of technology. But yeah, it's only been the last 2-3 years that it's been a thing.
For those who follow your page, I've seen it, you got quite a large jersey collection. When did that start? And do you have maybe a top 3 jerseys in your wardrobe?
Shout out Dean again. He got me heavily invested into it.
Yeah.
My favourite one is Nathan Paul match one from his ACL. The ACL.
Yep.
He gave it to me when I was over in Japan.
Yep.
I've got a match worn Izzo, he was my childhood hero, if you want to call him that, for being the Mariners. And look, they're all my favourite.
Yeah.
I've got them for a reason.
Yeah.
And I'll never get rid of them. They'll pass them to my family and to my son.
Yeah, even as of late, you got some retro gear you were rocking down at Arpia the other day for the cup.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Where did you get that from?
Shout out Dean.
Yeah.
Just an Italian man in Woodville was selling them on Facebook. And I've started to follow Arpia as a recent.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my own plenty more kits, but funds are holding me back. So
well, it hasn't been long since you've actually been in front of the camera doing what you're doing. Did you think in such a short time you'd be then interviewing politicians and ex-A League players down in NPL? Did you expect it to come this far this quickly?
Honestly, I thought we were going to give up. I thought we were just going to go, yep, that's it. Fortunate enough to meet some cool people, and they've got me into the business with the right people, and being able to link up with those people.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't think at all. I thought it was just like we're at another ground. Cool.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, we're at a different ground. Oh, they recognise me, or they follow the page or anything like that. So it's gone pretty crazy.
Some behind the scenes stuff too. I know when you covered Western from Newcastle, you got to go see their new facility, stuff like that. Be on the pitch itself, like going a long way, isn't it?
Yeah. Just a couple of mates that started the page just to show off their own achievement and their own thing has turned into a lot more, and it's weird.
Yeah. What's the furthest you have travelled to for football?
Japan.
Yep. For the Mariners, was it? Asian Cup?
Yeah. So against Kawasaki.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. It was ridiculous. Cost me a lot. I got engaged over there. So yeah.
That's cost even more.
Yeah. So there I've travelled to Perth for football. Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane.
This all just for the Mariners.
Yeah.
Yep.
Japan's the furthest, but hopefully Europe one day.
As someone who's been supporting the Mariners for a while, how do you think it's changed over the few years of back in the day? Lots of fans will get to the games when these days they don't sort of see the same support. What do you think is the influence behind that?
Look, I think it's the league itself, and I think it's the times that we live in. I think everybody expecting big results and big money thrown around like it is in Europe.
Yeah.
I think lately everybody's disappointed with the young signing, and we don't get to follow our favourite players, and we just sell them and we get rid of them. I think people just need to realise that's what the league is.
Yeah.
We see it in other leagues around the world. You just got to adapt to it. Just watch football. People complain that it's not good. It is. There's a lot more behind the scenes of what really goes into it, and I've seen a little bit more of that lately, and taken an understanding to it. But people who don't get to see that, I suppose, can be upset or anything like that. But it's people just like to complain at little things, and they shouldn't.
As someone who has followed the Mariners over to different countries and across our country, does it sort of irritate you when you do see the Mariners having success and we are selling out stadiums like that? As someone who's there in the hard times to think, okay, well, where were these people in these hard times too?
100%. Seeing the grand final, 21,000 people, 22,000 people, ridiculous. Best atmosphere I've ever been in.
Yeah.
But the first game of the season, it's back to 2,000.
Yeah.
I understand, but how can you switch off?
Yeah.
There's not a minute or a second that I don't think about football, and these people are just like, let's go. That don't want to. It's ridiculous.
Do you have a favourite moment as a spectator watching football?
Look, the grand final wins.
Yeah.
I think the Melbourne City one mostly because I was a bit young to understand the Wanderers win.
Yeah.
In the first grand final that I've been to, and I did think it was going to be the last.
Yeah.
The Melbourne victory win.
Wow.
The pitch invasion.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Scenes. Absolute scenes. Especially to have one hosted here on the Central Coast. I would have never thought that would be the case.
Never thought it. And hopefully we can get another one, but times at the moment are a bit tough, but I believe we'll get another one
to go back to back, even the first one against Melbourne, what was that? 6? Was it
6-1?
Yeah, Cummings hat trick.
Oh, it was a total
ask for anything.
Total domination.
Yeah, better, right?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I remember looking at my mates that were there and disbelief. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have happened, but it did.
Moving on from the Mariners, you, like we talked about, you do a lot of stuff in the NPL space down in Newcastle or Sydney. Do you have a favourite game or a ground that you've covered in Newcastle or Sydney so far?
The game that I covered was probably Sydney United v Marconi.
Yep.
At the start of the year, that was good atmosphere. Sydney United went and equalised the record for the most wins at the start of the season without losing.
Yeah, they had that great run.
And Marconi brought a decent crowd, but Sydney United were crazy. They were loud.
Yeah.
They don't get a good reputation, but this was a good reputation. This was a good game. But there's not many bad games. Yeah. And that's what people don't see.
Yeah,
NPL's a good competition.
Well, you see in the Cup too, these NPL teams are matching it with A-League teams. Like with the amount of Cup sets this year, I think there's been more than ever.
Are they Cup sets?
I
think that's what we're up to.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the NPL's getting better. The A-League's probably getting a little bit worse,
Yeah.
but it's not getting it's not bad.
Yeah.
Like it's still good, but the NPL is getting good.
Just from a watching football point of view, take the game out of it. Do you have a favourite ground in Newcastle or Sydney?
Look, Western for Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can beat that. I think most teams will say that. Broadmeadow's good as well. But for Sydney, look, a bit biased, but Leichhardt Oval. Sorry, Lambert Park is nice.
Yeah.
And Denzer Park's nice. They've all just got character. They're all different.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If the walls could speak, they would speak some crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of history in some of those clubs. I mean, you did Fraser Park on the weekend, like just the history alone. There's and the entryway. It's
and you do investigation into the club, and you realize, oh wow, he played there, he coached there, he did this, he did that, and when you wouldn't know that nowadays.
Do you have any sort of favourite players from the NPL that you like to watch?
One getting around in Adelaide at the moment, Dom Constanzo.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a baller, played for Marconi for a bit and played for Arpia at some stage.
Yep.
Goalkeeper, Ollie Kalach. Bloke's a freak.
Yep.
23 years old. He looks about 30
mm-hmm.
and plays like he's 30.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. They all have niche aspects of their game.
Yeah.
As a goalkeeper, I kind of hate the outfield players because they were the ones that hurt me.
Yeah.
But no, they're all good.
I mean, even on your page, you're doing not just covering games, you're opening up vintage packs. How did that come about? Where did you get the idea to do that? I didn't even know those packs were a thing. They're
Neither did I.
Yeah.
And they're making me work for it. They're expensive. But no, we just looking into NSL. A couple of mates, and we collect the old stuff.
Yeah.
These come about, and it was like, let's do it. Let's try and hunt for the golden card, which I did not getting.
No, I haven't got the Mark Viduka.
Yeah. But they're addicting.
Yeah.
If they weren't so expensive, they'd be
even just seeing all the old jerseys, all the retro jerseys, just like how good.
Yeah. And there's plenty more out there that I want to get.
Mm-hmm.
The wife isn't happy that I'm doing it, but look, if funds were limited, it
does get addictive. You can see it. Like, I mean, cards in itself, but they're just taken over. Like, it's just boomed so much in recent years, and you can see why, whether it be sports or Pokemon or whatnot. It's becoming a big thing. And I couldn't believe it when I seen you opening packs. It's like, how cool is this?
They're 30, 40 years old and they're pristine.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing to believe. Like, as you said, Pokemon, it's a crazy thing, but this is my Pokemon.
Yeah, if we had some hindsight when we were younger, probably would have kept them in better
100%.
condition.
Mum, why didn't you tell me to buy it? Sell the house and go buy these.
It's all right, yeah.
It's,
the turnover on them is a lot more than most things.
Yep.
As for your playing days, stepping away this year, I believe, are you missing it at all?
100%. First year off in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm missing it, but I'm enjoying it too.
Mm-hmm.
I think not having to train, not doing all that, it's been good.
Yeah.
But still eager to kick a ball.
Yeah.
I'm saving myself for five-side plume.
Okay. So, team's locked in again?
Yeah, 100%. We're going back to back.
Yeah.
We're going to win it this year, sorry.
Oh, that's an early call. A lot of competition might be listening.
100%. Well, please don't kick me.
Do you think you'll want to return back next year?
100%. I'm itching.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get what I want, the position I want, the grade that I want to play.
Yep.
That's what I missed out on this year, but I'm itching to kick a footy. It's always going to be part of my blood. You're going to have to drag me off the pitch before I give it up.
Do you ever get sick of football? Like you said, you think about it every second.
I get sick of it.
Is there anything where you switch off and you got other interests or hobbies, or is it just? I
do. Like I've got a young family.
Yeah.
But he's into his football too. Well, he's starting to grow into his football too. So it's if I'm not thinking about myself, it's for him.
Yeah. Is he playing yet?
No. So he's only 3.5. He's got little kickers and stuff. So that sort of stuff.
Trying to force him to be a City fan as well.
Oh, I've already won that battle. I've won that battle. And putting him through the heartbreak of Mariners, and he's doomed.
Yeah.
But I live and breathe football. My wife hates it.
So as far as what you want to do next with Sideline Thrills, what do you have envisioned maybe in the next few years? Where do you want to take it?
Look, I want to do a little bit more pitch side stuff. So get accreditation for the A-League, the Odds Championship that's coming up.
Yep.
NPL, more interviews with ridiculous players, but continue with the grassroots stuff.
Yep.
So I want to continue with this stuff if if this still goes ahead.
Yep.
I want people to see football. My goal isn't to try and sell merchandise or to be a millionaire. It's just to spread football.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
So one thing me and Alex have talked about in regards to doing more video content was something like best canteen on the Central Coast at our local grounds. Like, has any stand out to you so far? I know when you go to NPL in Sydney, there's obviously different cultures and that brings different canteens where you don't really have that on the Central Coast. But has one stood out so far to you this year?
Yeah, as you said, like it's hard to have a unique background with that culture or anything like that. Probably my best so far is Avoca.
Yeah.
Burmo served me up a good burger there.
Yep.
That was good. That was hard to resist. But yeah, like it's sausage sizzle. You can't go wrong with that.
No, that's right.
The different selections of lollies is good. I don't mind a couple of lollies myself.
It's always the Diet Coke, isn't
it?
The Coke,
the Coke no sugar to watch the calories.
Yeah.
To weigh it out. But yeah, no. Hopefully next year I can explore that a little bit more and show off what's more in the club itself than the actual football. Yeah,
well, I think Kincumber was a good one for that because of the new grand opening of their new amenities building. And you see what I didn't even know, they had the old jerseys, the retro jerseys, like just showing off things like that. And it's to me, someone who's involved heavily in footy on the Central Coast, I just love to see that stuff.
Yeah. And like I learned some crazy stuff that day off camera. About the history of the club, history of the jerseys, how long it took to get those amenities.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I want to do next year. I've decided already.
Well, someone who has been around Central Coast for quite a while and has been following our Premier League, we are going to get you to do the Premier League predictions for this week. We'll get you going through the women's and the men's.
Yep.
As someone you cover. We'll start with the NPL. So Saturday night we have 2 fixtures. 6 p.m. It's the league leaders Budgie and they're hosting Wyoming. Now, these two had a 2-2 draw last time they met out here at Plume Park on Budgie. Probably similar surface, nice flat pitch. How do you see that one going and can you give us a score prediction?
Yeah, I was there for that fixture and Wyoming frustrated them.
Yep.
I think coming into the back end of the season, I think Budge is starting to find some momentum again. I'm going to go 2-1 Budge.
7 o'clock that same day is our match of the round. Now we have Berkeley Vale, they're travelling down the peninsula, face Southern. These two teams, it's the second time they face off in 2 weeks. Now, Southern got the edge last time, 1-0, very close contest. How do you see this playing out at JBO?
Yeah, look, going to play in Southern's favour, I think, being the home ground. I'm going to go for another 1-0 to Southern.
2 1-0 wins.
Yeah, I think so. Smash and grab.
We'll move to Sunday now. Gosford and Killarney, they're squaring off at Gavenlock. Now, Gosford still have a lot to play for to avoid that promotion relegation playoff series to keep their NPL status for 2027.
Yep.
Killarney are coming off some big wins, sort of cemented their status for next year. How do you think that's going to play out?
100%. Oh, an early teaser. I'll be at that game.
Yep.
So both teams, please put a show on for me. I think Killarney's going to get the job done and get out of that pro rel game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a 3-2.
Yep.
To Killarney.
Next on, Arimba, and they're hosting finals hopeful Canwell. So Canwell, it's not in their hands. They need Terrigal to slip up a few times, but if they can get 2 wins, anything's possible, right? So I'm expecting them still taking everything they can to Arimba to get those 3 points.
And Arimba's seems to be finding their feet, unfortunately, a bit too late.
Yep. Very young squad.
100%. Where's it at?
It's at Arimba.
You know what? I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. And our final game is Terrigal. They welcome Umina to Duffy's Oval. Now, Terrigal, they need to cement that top 4 spot. And Umina, they're just above Gosford. So a loss here and a Gosford win could make things interesting heading into the last round of the year.
Terrigal 2-0.
Oh, lads get it done at home.
I think so.
WPL now. We also have the Southern kicking off on Saturday night, same time as the men. 7 p.m. at JBO, and they are hosting East Gosford.
East Gosford are strong. I'm going to go a 4-1 East Gosford.
A few Jess Dominello goals.
Just a couple. I think she's, surely she's going to be breaking a record at this stage.
Oh,
I
no.
think she's...
Emily has the record. I think it's 30 maybe they're 38. Like, yeah, that
No
one
pressure.
season, she scored a lot of goals. Sunday, moving on to Sunday, we have Kincumber hosting last place at the entrance.
Kincumber, they're doing good. They've found some momentum and they're pushing on up the top there. Yeah, 3-1 Kincumber.
Yeah, I really think Kincumber can shake things up this final series.
100%. Yep.
We got Camel facing league champions Kalani. It's a game you have covered at Wadauba.
Kalani is strong. There's no denying that.
No,
and
there's
I think
no way around it.
it's just a matter of how many.
Yeah.
4-1 Lunney.
And then lastly, we also have Terrigal and Umina going down in the WPL as well. 2:45 at Duffy's Oval. Do you think Terrigal are going to edge them in the women's as well?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go a smash grab 1-0.
Well, there you have it. That's the predictions are locked in.
This could go bad.
When you look at where you do want to take things, is there a certain club or a certain derby across Australia that you think I would love to cover that one?
Want to go back to a Sydney derby?
Yeah.
Did that one briefly last year.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd atmosphere ridiculous. 20-something thousand people.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I wouldn't mind working with the Mariners a little bit more.
Yeah.
Being a boyhood club.
Yeah.
You
Means a lot more.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Apia, look, there's no limit.
Mm-hmm.
Sky's the limit, but the aim's the same. Show off some football and show everybody football.
Big game for Apia coming up at Leichhardt Oval.
100%. Yeah.
Going to be down there.
Gonna be there. Rocking my tracksuit.
Yeah.
Cup set, baby. I'm calling it. Let's do
it. Yeah. Well, they got victory, right?
Yeah. So they've done it once. They're going to do it again.
Yeah. Well, Franco and the boys, hopefully they can get the job done.
100%.
Was championship. I think you went down to Melbourne last year, was it?
No, that was a MPL game.
Oh, okay.
That was Preston v Avondale.
Okay. Was it?
That was different.
Yeah.
It was a bit scary getting patted down in Preston.
Yeah. You see some of the crowds at those fixtures in Melbourne. It's like the atmosphere is unbelievable. Flares.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It can go two ways. People love it. People hate it.
Yeah.
I personally don't mind it, but there's a right place and right time.
Yeah.
But Preston are building and they're doing some good things, so they could shake up the comp. But yeah, no, it was good. It was a different atmosphere, two crazy cultures going at each other.
Yeah.
And it got a bit fiery on the pitch. But yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Where do you rank the sort of top 3 MPLs from around the country? Do you think Melbourne or Sydney are clear? Do you have a favourite?
I only watch New South Wales and Victoria.
Yeah.
But Adelaide's doing some good things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a bit of bias, but I think Sydney is better.
Yeah.
Only because I watch it more, I suppose.
Yeah. It's a debate that I've had with people for a long time. And I suppose if I was around Melbourne more, but I would say Sydney
100%,
as well.
yeah. And I think whatever you watch more, you're gonna favour. But I think it's a tie between New South Wales and Victoria.
Followed closely by Bell Swans at Newcastle.
Of course, yeah. Oh, mate, they're winning it all. They're winning it all.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you weren't at Gavenlock this weekend, it would be nice to see you at Edgeworth Oval for our semi-final fixture, but I understand you got other places to be.
More important places to be.
Yeah.
The Central Coast, there's no beating it.
No, awesome. Well, no, I appreciate you taking the time coming on, Mason. It's been great to see you in action, and we can't wait to see where things go from here.
No, thanks for having me, and thanks for the love I'm getting at the games on social media. It's been fun.
Yeah, no, well, the platform, people are enjoying it, so give yourself a plug, tell people where to find you and how to follow you. And
come and subscribe to Sideline Thrills on Instagram and TikTok. I'm hoping to be doing some big things coming up. But yeah, if you see me around the grounds this year, next year, in the future, come say hey. I love chatting about footy, so I'll see you around.
There you have it. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Our next guest on this week's episode of Coast Football Weekly, our first returning guest to the podcast, Central Coast Football CEO Alex Burgin. Welcome back.
Thanks, mate. I think maybe I'm just come back because I sit the closest to you in the office. Is that what's happened? Probably. Yeah.
Just pulled you aside.
Yeah.
Give us a hand. No, as we reach the pointy end of 2026, how do you assess this season so far?
It's been good. It's been, obviously we've had some rainy weekends, certainly. We're never ever going to escape that. But by and large, the last 2 or 3 seasons have been really, really heavily affected by rain. Obviously, we've had to go to average point systems and we've had to cancel a bunch of games. This year, touch wood, couple to go, but, everyone has basically got pretty much every game scheduled with the exception of a handful. But, can't complain about, getting it done. Obviously, the scale of football on the Central Coast, 750 games a week. Like we're going to play over 14,000 games of football total this year. Like other sports don't even come close to that. And so the logistical, ability for our staff and our team to be able to deliver that is fantastic. So, full credit to you guys for being able to do it.
When you compare this season to others of previous years, is it easier now there hasn't been as many washout games? Does it make your life easier?
Yeah, well, my life, I mean, I suppose it's more about, Lindy and Luke and the staff that look after the operations of the competition, right? It's it's a massive challenge, and we obviously strive really hard to get as many games played as we can, even when it is raining, and everyone just sees their one little game moved or not moved or washed out or whatever it may be, but times that by 750 potentially on a weekend, and it gets really big really quick. And so those guys do a fantastic job. Certainly when it doesn't rain, if we get through a weekend when we've had no rain, no washouts, you come in on Monday and think, oh, cool, like we can actually get some stuff done this week because we're not chasing our tails, which is fantastic. We want to see kids, and adults. We want to see everyone on the park as much as we can, and so to be able to do that, without too much interruption has been great.
Something new that has happened in our calendar this year was the association championships. We went out to Mudgee, first year for it, and I mean it was a pretty successful one for us. How do you look back on our trip to Mudgee and what we achieved?
So proud of all 4 teams. The way that and I said it before, the way that parents conducted themselves on the sideline. Everyone was really supportive of all the teams. Everyone got around each other. It wasn't just 4 individual teams. It was definitely a network and a community that we brought out there. To be able to bring 2 out of 4 trophies home on our first try is unbelievable. It's really put the pressure on all the trialists next year. We're going to have to bring the noise out there to Mudgee again next year. But, I mean, for me to win association of the tournament, it's obviously performance driven, but it's also off-field driven around, the values that our coaches have instilled and all that kind of stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, that facility out there at Mudgee, Glen Willow Sports Complex, it puts Tuggerah to shame, really, in the level. All their fields were absolutely elite. The accommodation they had out there, the way that they could do scoreboards and stuff. Obviously, they've had NRL games and everything out there as well. You can see why they attract the big events. Hopefully one day we can host the association championships at Plume Park and at Tuggerah, which I think would be fantastic for the Central Coast. But yeah, I mean, in the meantime, we've already started planning for next year for the association championships. We've got some things in the work with the Central Coast Academy of Sport to deliver a real full football experience. It's going to be, more information will come out, but it'll be a 6-month sort of lead in to the tournament where we can lean on the Academy of Sport, the high performance nature of the team, so that we can really just instill that value. And we'll certainly still have trials early next year. We'll certainly still have trainings, and we'll play against a few teams. But really excited for next year.
Yeah, well, when you talk about next year, although we haven't finished this year, but how much planning is already going into what we can do better next year from association perspective?
This is the time where obviously we switch into finals mode now and delivering every single grand final at Plume Park over the next 4 or 5 weeks, which is fantastic to have everyone playing a good surface here. It's about operations for the next few weeks, and then certainly we've already started planning our competition calendar for next year. We've sent out to our clubs this week survey around what they'd like to see certainly in rules and regs, in new initiatives, in competition structures for next year. So obviously our clubs play a massive part in, it's their competition at the end of the day, and so what they want to see more or less of from Central Coast football. So we'll be guided by them on what that looks like. Even down to the referees. We've got a referee seminar in here this week, and we're going to be putting up in front of them 4 new colours of shirt for them to have next year. And so I think there's some pretty outrageous ones from what I've seen. And so we might see some referees in some new coloured shirts next year out on the pitch, which, another 100% coverage year. We keep banging on about, how good it is, and people will never realise about, how important it is for us to be able to keep delivering that. So we want to love our referees as well, and maybe a little shiny, bright new colour next year. We'll see.
That's exciting to hear. Obviously, having all grand finals here played at Poon Park is something that you introduced during your time. How exciting is it to be able to bring everyone here on good surfaces for the biggest games of the year?
Everyone should be able to play, on Plume Park and on a good surface, right? We see, in our premier competitions, the standard of play obviously increases when they get on a deck that's flat and has grass on it. Not a lot of them around the Central Coast, from a council perspective, do at the moment. And so right from our premier competitions all the way down to our under-11 grand finals are the first cab off the rank. 29th of August, they'll be all here for their grand finals and their playoff games as well. So throughout my time back at Central Coast Football, we've introduced age group days. Every single competition age group's been able to have their day at Plume Park here over the last couple of years. And we're going to keep doing that as well because ultimately, the association funds Plume Park, and so having the ability to play on a good deck seems like a no-brainer to me. We're right on the limit, though, I'll say. I think we've either got 68 or 69 grand finals this year, and to be able to fit them all in, I think we might have an under-16s grand final kicking off at 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night, which is not ideal, but, we're trying to squeeze everyone in as best we can. A little bit of growth next year, and we might have to rejig it, or we might have to have a look at how we play. But for now, every single grand final at Plume Park, and we look forward to seeing you out here.
Yeah, that kickoff could easily turn into 9 o'clock if we have a few penalty shootouts, which is never what we're after, but it does happen, and we see it every year. Games get delayed. For you personally, what are you excited for most over the next few weeks? For me, I love watching Premier League football, and to see him come out here on a good deck is one of the highlights. But when you see an under-12s rock up here, they get to go on Plume 1, big grandstand, like you can't. It's just the best. It
is the best. People say it's their Wembley, to be able to come out, walk down the players' race, Plume 1, whether it's 1, 2 or 3, whichever you're playing on, to be able to play. There's always big crowds out here at finals time. We look forward to seeing everyone out here. For me, it doesn't matter what level you play at. It can be 12As, it could be 14Ds, it could be Premier League first grade, or it could be, women's all age 6. It doesn't matter. You're going to get your opportunity to have your grand final here at Plume Park. And so hopefully we can provide a good surface that you can go out and show your talents. I know, on the VO, I think last year or the year before, you put a little compilation of goals that was, a couple of boys scoring from halfway in the under-12s grand final. Like, that's a time you never, ever forget, especially now that you can capture it on replay, show your mates over and over and over again. So it's those special moments that, will create a grand final and create those memories for adults, kids. Some people might play all age 5 or all age 6 and have never played a grand final or played a grand final at Plume, right? So it's about that as much as it's about our first grade grand final.
Now, finals naturally brings more emotion. Obviously, people want to win. They want to have their moment and the big dance. What message do you have to sort of players, spectators, coaches ahead of this year's final series?
I think we know that, there's high emotions in final series. Everyone wants to win. We're at the pointy end of the season, right? And high emotions comes with football. That's fine. Abuse doesn't have to come with football, though. You got to remember, for our referees too, it's their grand final as well. And we say this a lot in our referee meetings. Their emotions are high. They're keen to do a good job. Everyone wants to do a good job and have, their day in the sun. So whilst we would love you to be out here cheering loud, absolutely support your team, be up and about, it's that, when it turns a bit nasty or a bit abusive, our ground officials will jump on that as soon as we can, obviously. But it's that culture and the expectation around, let's support our own kids, let's support our teams. Someone's going to win and someone's going to lose in this grand final. That's how they work. So there's a 50-50 chance, right? And we just want to be able to say that we've put on a good experience. The kids can remember it, and the kids don't go home thinking, wow, I got to play on Plume Park, but geez, dad or mum or grandma or grandpa was really an idiot on the sideline and ruined the experience for me. Like, don't be that person.
And then for us, it's obviously the busiest time of the year. Most teams, once they finish, they're off till preseason next year. For us, we go straight into five-a-side football. How good is it to be able to play all year round here at Plume Park?
Yeah, everyone asks me, what do you do in the off season? I say there is no off season. We've got a 10 or 12 day turnaround before we start playing summer football again. And people don't know we have 1,500 players play on our 3 little synthetic courts out here at Plume Park, which is bigger than most sports on the whole Central Coast. We're excited this year to be launching 3 other competitions around the Central Coast. So we're going to have 1 in the north, 1 central and 1 south on grass on our council fields. It's the first time ever we've had access to council fields in summer to run 5-a-side competitions. Some are going to be for kids, some are going to be for adults. So there'll be more information coming out that, if not before this episode gets released, then certainly very, very soon. We're excited to have summer football. It's 12 months of the year. It doesn't stop. if you want to have a kick, get a bunch of mates together, come down to Plume Park or sign up to one of our 3 competitions that are going to be led by our clubs, and you can keep it going all year round.
Yeah, well, team nominations are live for our five-a-side competitions here. There was some waiting list already full, so get your teammates together, get the team nominations in, and come and play some footy over summer.
Absolutely.
Will you be playing this year?
My team has a little run. I don't know if we'll get again this year. It's the 35s. The knees get a bit old and creaky, and it's always been more about having a beer afterwards than kicking the footy, certainly. So we'll see.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you coming on, and we're hoping for a good final series this year out at Plume Park.
Thanks, Blundo.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Coast Football Weekly. Please remember to like and subscribe on YouTube and leave a rating and review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. As always, we'll catch you next week for another episode.